So you thought AI was coming for your job. Instead, it came for your partner. That's the crazy thing. Okay, this is what's happening. So let me explain. So we have two realities happening at the same time. Okay, first of all, how AI it's behaving in the work environment and how AI is behaving in relationship scenarios. So what I want to say here is that first of all, AI is failing massively in achieving what we thought AI was for, but succeeding in other things. So let's look into this. Where is failing? AI is failing in actually be reliable. We can't really trust AI. It's it's it has some fundamental problem where sometimes hallucinate, sometimes don't follow doesn't follow instruction, sometimes it's just not good enough. So what's happening is we as a human we need to help this AI to work, otherwise it cannot do things by itself at the standard that we require. Then you hear online this AI be able to do amazing things for hours and hours. They have PhD level intelligence and so on. I mean, if you use AI, you know that this PhD level is a PhD level idiot. I did a video just the other day about it, and nevertheless can do something that is amazing. Okay, so what it can do? It can augment us. So you as a user, if you use AI, you can do more and better, but you need to know the limits, because sometimes instead of doing more and better, it just AI is deceiving you, therefore you get lost, and your output is not, your work basically is not reliable anymore. And this is the problem that we have with AI in the work environment. So while we thought AI was taking our job, in reality what it's doing at the moment, it has allowed us to do more work and faster, but in the hand of a user that is capable of managing these challenges. Why do we have these challenges? For two reasons. One, AI is not what we thought, okay? It's a kind of a broken machine that we need to always look after it. It's not working as we thought. Second problem here is that what we thought about AI since we were little, okay, we grew up with whatever Star Trek, Star Wars, whatever you watched. So we grow up with those narrative of what an AI should be like. So when someone tell us, finally we have AI, we have in our imagination all those things that AI should be able to do, and we think it could do. So it's all about now imagination of what I can do with AI. So those are what the CEOs at the moment are thinking. We have AI. Let's use it on everything because I have ideas. Okay, I saw what can do, and I grew up thinking about ideas of what is possible to do with these machines. But there is a massive gap between what we have in our mind of what AI should be like and what actually AI is. So what is happening at the moment is this thing that we think AI should be able to do those things, is not capable of doing them. So we try to put, the elements that are missing. And basically, we need to hold this AI by hand and work together all the time. So in somehow, I'm not exaggerating, but in somehow it's more complex than this. Okay, so if you've been working with AI, you know what I'm talking about. So, but on the other hand, what is AI be surprisingly good is in two things. Okay, one is creative. Okay, much more than what we thought, and second, it's really capable of pretending to connect with us. This is maybe connected with the idea of the Turing test. Okay, if I can recognize that I'm talking with AI instead of a human, therefore we reach this AGI level. So maybe for this reason, a lot of those corporations, a lot of those engineers have been working to create an AI that can be mimicking human abilities and therefore somehow deceiving us from realizing that is a machine and not a human. And AI is good at this. Okay, is good at pretending a lot of stuff. And this is the reason why it's actually working better as a partner, let's call it in that way, a companion. So what is happening at the moment is a lot of people, because of this new trend of being more and more lonely, more and more divided, and we all know about this, okay? Social media and so on. It's basically we used to be tribes, groups, and now we are getting like individual. Okay, we are on our own, working our own, single business people, single business. Single individual business or whatever you call it. So anyway, we are getting more and more lonely. And now you have, instead of being lonely, you have this app that there is an AI that actually it can understand you, or at least makes you feel it understands you. So it tells you, I feel your pain, understand what you're going through, and it is there willing to listen, explain, analyze what you say. It tells you something that sounds really intelligent, and that create an environment where we feel, as a user, we feel like okay, I'm so there is finally someone is willing to understand me, someone that helped me understand also myself better. So there is a lot of good thing, let's say good things in this exchange. The problem here is that that exchange is a kind of fake. Okay, AI doesn't feel anything, doesn't care about you. You can disappear. AI doesn't even know. It doesn't really care. Zero. Okay, zero care. The thing is, it's really good in emulating this connection with you. That makes me think, okay, so if it's so good in emulating this thing, and if a lot of people now start having a kind of, no, I don't want to say relationship, even though some people have sort of relationship, but I have this companionship, okay, this connection with this deep connection with AI, and make me think, okay, so maybe we can learn something. Okay, first of all, in a relationship, there is a lot of people that what they need is someone willing to listen. Okay, willing to connect and engage and be patient and listen to everything. Now, of course, AI can do it to a superhuman level. Okay, never get tired to listen to you. You never get tired to analyze your point of view. You never need to tell you that you're wrong. You never need to challenge you. He never has an idea that is different from yours, because AI works as a mirror. Okay, he's not a real person. He doesn't have an identity. He doesn't have all the elements needed to defend their opinion or have their own opinion. So AI just more data you give to AI, and more the world where AI reason within is similar to yours, and therefore is more and more connected with you, more and more resonating with your idea and reality. So on some side, it's pretty fascinating. Okay, so what we see is this AI succeeding massively in this relationship environment and failing massively into the work environment. Now, I don't want to say that is 100% wrong what happened in the wrong environment, because in some scenario AI is doing really well. Customer service through chatbot, this is pretty much sorted, it pretty much works. Now with the use of voice, also you can talk with those AI. The customer service can make some mistakes, but the problem is there, it's getting better and better. Cannot do all the amazing things that we wanted to do. It means it's not here to get your job unless you do a job that is extremely programmable, okay, therefore automated by a minimum amount of intelligence. So if you don't do that kind of job, what you should do instead, use AI to make whatever work you do better. Okay, increase productivity, increase speed, and increase quality. But to do this, you need to learn how to do it, because otherwise, it's not increase anything. It just feel like you're increasing, but you're not increasing anything. And on the other side, we saw this success in a relationship. So what makes me think about this? So if that is increase the kind of relationship, that is a sort of entertainment. Okay, so if we see from an entertainment point of view, that interaction It's pretty good. Now, what kind of business need that kind of entertainment? So when I think about this is gaming, okay, that is really good for gaming. So at the moment we don't have those gaming where we have a lot of interaction with the NPC, okay, with this entity within the game, because they were fake, they were all programmed. So somehow we build an interaction that was kind of different, was action based. Now, because of AI, we can create a new kind of games. Games where the interaction with the entities within those games can be much more profound, much more interesting, can be a kind of a deeper connection. But if it's an entertaining, in a sense of it's a game and it's there for entertain myself with this experience, with these characters, with this world built within those characters, is beautiful. It's not as beautiful if used for relationship. Now, for relationship, we have a massive problem. Okay, we are human and we need another human to really grow. Okay, don't end as a humanity. Okay, so we need kids to make kids. So if we slowly we divide ourselves, we make less little humans. This is a long term a problem. In a short term, in some countries, already a problem. Now, the ability to interact with human is not as easy as interacting with a, an AI. Why? Because a human has a level of friction. We won't agree on everything. Okay, we won't like exactly the same thing. We won't want to do the same thing at the same moment. Okay, so all these elements create a sort of friction through experience and through love and through and because in the past we didn't have an alternative, we learn how to deal with this friction. Now we are into a process where through social media we interact less and less. When we interact, it's pretty abusive and therefore it's completely total friction. Okay, it's really bad. Now with AI we have zero friction, so human through social network are a nightmare. Okay, I mean, not all of them, but we saw a lot of abusive language. Okay, AI zero friction. Human, real human, are in the middle, and human connection face to face in real person are in the middle because they won't be really abusive because there is a true connection, and they won't be zero friction. So there is something in the middle. That something in the middle is really healthy and help us improve. Okay, we learn through friction. You never learn anything without any element of I don't want to keep saying the word friction, but the resistance. Okay, to learn something you need to read a book, for example. Okay, you need to study, you need to learn to play an instrument, you need to spend time, okay, on it and play, and sometimes it's require a lot of time and effort. So the level of commitment and the going through all that trouble at the end teach you something. Now that means that we are losing the skill to actually interact within humans, and we are learning a skill of basically interacting with AI, which require not much skills. It's just you talk, the AI listen, give you feedback, and you're happy about it. So this is what I wanted to say today. So what I see is a business opportunity. Okay, video games created with the in artificial intelligence in mind. I don't know, people are already doing something. We need to do more. Need to be, I don't know. We need ideas because so far we never made that kind of video game. And think about the technology. We need to probably mix something between a video game and a movie. Okay, something that this virtual world where I work in, I can do a lot of things, I can do a lot of stuff, I can interact, I can do action, I have a story, full stories. So I think that could be really interesting. And I'm looking forward to see someone like someone from you doing something like this. If you have any idea, share in the comment below. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe, and see you next time. Ciao.